obviously from a work perspective, what I do selling luxury watches, like people want to see, I think anyway, that I'm a real human being. I'm not just here's a watch for $5,000, here's a watch for $10,000. Like to me, that's just boring. There's no personality. There's no like buying into me and buying into what I am as a brand, not just what the business stands for.
100%. Yeah, because you're not selling a watch, you're selling a lifestyle.
You're not selling a watch. Listen, with the products that I'm selling are homogenous. You can get them in a multitude of situations. And I was trying to, one of the guys I work with today or the other day, and he had this whole issue with Apple and his laptop, and he said, wow, the way they helped me out and did this. That's what matters. Like service has always been the thread of importance to me and number one importance. We never talk about being the best price and this. We try and price correctly where the market is, but someone's always willing to do cheaper. Someone's always willing to do something else. What someone won't do, and I pride myself on this, is go to the lengths that we will to make that client happy, to make their partner, whoever they're buying for, the best possible experience imaginable. And we'll do, and that's what we do, and that's why we get repeat clients. That's why we have good reviews on Trustpilot, Google, and all those things. But going slightly back to the mental health thing just for a second. So it then, I mean, again, bearing in mind, before all this, if you'd have asked me about mental health, I would probably have been in that camp I mentioned before of being like, what are you on about? Like, you know, like I just get on with things. I'm a confident guy. Like I've always been this way. I always, again, you know, that's the way I've been. And then I'd say all this pressure kind of came to be, and The Apprentice is a once in a lifetime thing. Nothing and no one could ever prepare you for. And so all that kind of culminated, and it led to effectively from 2018, I forget the date, I think late 18 to pretty much similar time 22, in and out of hospital, mental health hospital. This is 3 occasions. 2 were of my own volition, so I didn't know at the first time that's what I was trying to do, but I knew something wasn't good, wasn't right. The middle time is a whole different conversation, which wasn't, in my opinion, right, but at least the first and last times were. But the things you see in those institutions and the things you learn because you're in with all these walks of life. I actually recall, quite funnily enough, that the psychiatrist that you would see once a week for like 15-20 minutes when I was like in hospital first time, because when people present with bipolar, which is what they thought I have and whatever, I'm not convinced that's necessarily a true diagnosis, but whatever. Interestingly enough, they do call bipolar the CEO's disease.
It's common, and absolutely, because it's before bipolar, it used to be called manic depressive. Essentially, that was the in lithium is a mood stabilizer we give for bipolar disorder. But yeah, absolutely, a lot of CEOs, lots of CEOs. When like even Abraham Lincoln, they said he could be bipolar. You know, a lot of leaders from the past, because they go into deep moments of solitude, and then very expressive. Hitler, for instance, so anyone who was a very charismatic leader, good or bad, they said a lot of them had bipolar disorder because they had this euphoric moments, and at the same time, for many weeks and many months, they would withdraw.
Interesting.
And,